Hi, everybody. Welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis, aka Litecoin Lisa. And today we've got a crypto journey for you. One part of a dynamic trio that we've had on. They are movers and shakers and bringing more crypto adoption. So I'll be right back with Jessica Rex on the new normal. Welcome back to everybody. I hope you gave us a quick like and shared this video. We have a new friend to the channel, Jessica, on here today. Jessica, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Really good. We're back from Westwood and ready to, I think I've got 3 videos today to do interviews for. So I'm trying to catch up, work hard and play hard. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing and in the crypto space, and then we can kind of get into your history a little later.
Yeah. So I started my company called Crypto Consciousness, and what I'm doing is I do one-on-one Zoom calls with people who are new to crypto, or even if they're not and they just have some questions about what crypto is. Because I know there are quite a few people that have invested but actually don't know what it is, kind of like a lot of Dogecoin holders. But so what I would do is have my one-on-one consultation with them if they need help going from point A to point B, where they need to know, where do I go to buy crypto? Where should I store it? How do I get it from point A to point B? And or even just what is blockchain, what is crypto, and all that. So that's one side of my business. And then the other is going to be making videos for YouTube and my Patreon. I'm going to be making them by myself and also with the trio you talked about with the Crypto Homie and that Bitcoin Babe. So we're getting started later this week. So super excited for that.
Awesome. So I'll be sure to put the links to all of that in the description so that people can go check you out and see what you guys are doing there. Those would be a great opportunity to build community and share information as well. So when did you first hear about crypto? How did you first hear about it?
So, okay. So, disclaimer, sorry, Dad, he might not like this story very much, but so my dad started talking about crypto probably like 3 years ago to me, but he has been helping me invest in the stock market since I was 7. So I've heard a lot of different stories about what's going on in the market and this and that. So what a lot of children do to their parents is we kind of just tune them out. Sorry, Dad. And it kind of
5. I'm fully aware. Yeah.
And so it kind of just seemed too good to be true almost. And so I'm like, yeah, like it's still really new. I don't know enough about it and didn't really look into it at first. In 2019, I started looking into it a little bit, but still wasn't ready to invest. And then in 2020, after COVID happened, I had a lot of time to research. Yeah, had a lot of time to research and, okay, what is this? And my dad kept on saying, I think you should get into Litecoin. I think you should get into Bitcoin. Like, it's a great time to get in, this and that. And my dad is also a huge fan of Digi, and so am I because of him. But I still didn't get into it until my brother was actually over at my house, and he starts talking about how he had invested in Chainlink. And he got in when it was down at like $1. And it had just done its like huge like first bullish run, and it was at $20. And it was more than just talking like my dad had done. He physically showed me he's like, hold my phone, look at my portfolio. This is how much money I invested, and this is what it's at right now. And I was just like, oh yeah, I would love that. I want that. So yeah. I downloaded Coinbase that night, and I think I invested in Chainlink maybe 2 days later. So that was like what introed me into crypto, and I was hooked ever since. So, like once you get a taste, you wake up every morning, where's the market at? What is my portfolio at? And yeah.
Yeah, it is a little addictive for sure. So with you, you have a different background where you were in the stock market before. Do you see a lot of those things that you learned about the stock market applying to, or do you think that helped you with your crypto journey and learning about coins and projects and what the difference is between a cryptocurrency versus a token?
Yeah, definitely. I think, I mean, the big thing was growing up, my dad was like, oh, so when I first got started, he said, I had a ton of money. It had just been Christmas and my birthday. And he goes, you can go to the store and you can have 5 Barbies right now. Or you can invest this and then 5-6 months down the road, you can have 100 Barbies. I'm like, yeah,
all the Barbie dream houses you want. Yeah.
Right? And so I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. So it was like a good introduction into investing and making money. I think that I've heard a lot about the corruption in the market my entire life because my dad is a day trader, or has been. He's more into crypto now. But just getting into crypto, it was essentially like, okay, there's not going to be all this hoopla. There's not going to be all the corruption. Although I feel like there's still a little bit of iffy things going on here and there between the exchanges. But yeah, I think it's definitely safer than the stock market for sure.
And the future that there is for it, for sure. Yeah. So when you kind of switched from that role of mainstream investing or being in the stock market, understanding, the US dollar, and then getting into crypto, is that what revealed that the corruption to you? Or, well, I guess your dad had probably been telling you about it your whole life. But did you see crypto as being an option? How did that change the world for you once you saw crypto as an option outside of that corrupted environment?
Yeah.
Did that draw you to crypto more?
Yeah, definitely. Just because the financial freedom that comes with it is amazing, because you have the decentralization through crypto. And I can't tell you how many times I've been charged overdraft fees in the bank just because they didn't accept money, but they were taking it from me, and it should have been there, right? So like the fact that they have these delays on your money and then charge you for something that should have been there is just insane to me. So then now it's like, no, I don't want any money in the bank. They're charging me, it's crazy amounts of money, like $35 every single time. And I'm like, well, the money should have been there. I definitely had my paycheck. And you guys are just choosing when you're accepting it. But even though there was nothing in there, you're going to allow a payment to go because now you're charging me and you guys are making money. I think that that's the great thing about crypto, is that it's, practically instantaneous. And so it's not going to do things like that to people and basically be robbing people of their money.
Yeah, and then that's a great way to look at that. Even, we talk about the benefits of no double spend on crypto. Like you can't spend it in 2 places. It either goes and it's confirmed or it doesn't exist. The transaction didn't happen. And on the reverse side, it's like the banks are allowing a double spend kind of in reverse on that, where where your paycheck should have come in, but they're not going to count it till 5 o'clock that night. So then anything you bought today, they're going to charge late fees on or overdraft fees. Just a way they're learning to work the system against us. We don't get to win when it's with the banks until we found crypto. Now we have an option. Yeah. So when you're sharing, like I hear, your whole family's talking about it, your brother's talking with you about it. When you're now sharing with your friends and your peers, what response are you hearing, or what kind of feedback are you getting from people as you share cryptocurrency just in your everyday life?
Yeah, I've gotten a great response. I know that some people are definitely still on the fence, but I think probably a good 75% of my friends and family that I've talked to have wanted to get in or have already gotten in and been like, okay, well, can you walk me through this? So I think it was great. It was great for me because I'm going to be doing this as a business, right? So it was a great intro into it because I'm helping people that I already know. So it was very informal, and it was like, okay, so I need you to download Coinbase, and then now, okay, what do you want to invest in? Here's some things that I know about, but I want you to do your own research, do your due diligence. I want you to figure out what you want to invest in, and then once you're ready, I'll help you out. And then moving it from there to a wallet and just kind of talking about all that stuff. I've had a lot of really positive stories with it. And like one person in particular was my mom. I'm so proud of her because she got into crypto and she's never been invested in anything in the stock market, anything like that. And I want to get as many women into this space as possible, right? Because we are, there's not a lot of us in here in the crypto space. And I definitely want to help my mom have her financial freedom and everything. And so first I kind of just, well, what do you want? And I just sent her, I bought it and sent it to her wallet. And then she was like, well, I kind of want to get more. And I sat her down and I said, okay, well, you're going to learn now. And I said, so, okay, I need you to download this. Okay. And I walked her through it. And we've done it a couple times now. And now she is like ready to go. She's been hooked since the get. So she wakes up every morning. She like wants to talk to me about her portfolio, where everything's at. And it's really great. I'm so proud of her.
That's awesome. That's a great relationship builder too. I mean, the family that crypto's together stays together for sure because you can share. There's so much information that comes out. So when you're sharing about coins or projects that you're interested in, what are some of those, and what do you like about those, or do they have something in common? Like, are you a, cryptocurrency only kind of girl, or do you look into those other coins, projects, tokens as well?
Yeah, I'm all over the place. But two of my favorites right now are Digi and Polygon Matic.
Matic.
So, yeah, so my dad introduced me to Digi really early on. And I'm still like at awe about the fact that it's not on any exchanges right now. So I think that it's going to be huge though. I mean, so the big thing with Bitcoin, right, is that, or was that it takes so long and the fees are so high. So, okay, Litecoin's better. It's faster and it's cheaper. Well, Digi is even cheaper and faster than Litecoin. So that, and the security behind it and all the features that come with it, the Atom ID, all that, I think it's amazing. I can't wait for it, especially with like going back to my mom, like she writes down all of her passwords for everything, right? And with that, you're not going to have to remember 18,000 different passwords for every different website you ever log into. And I think that's going to help a lot of people. And I mean, I don't like to remember it either. And
yeah, it definitely has some like real world application. Great tech, great security behind it. We talked about what the story came out not too long ago that Microsoft 365 is using the Digi ID through Atom ID for their logins. And then one of my psychic shows with SL369 and Maya from astrology, Shiny Bull Astrology, talked about seeing government contracts for Digi. And we know, the situations that we have right now with identification of individuals in the US and how much that would help our system in so many ways. So Digibyte's a great one, definitely.
I saw that show, and when I heard the predictions, I was pretty happy about it. So let's fingers crossed it gets there.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of time. It is that waiting and knowing the seasons. I know for Digibyte, it seems like it's going to come pretty fast. So we should have some big changes by 2023 for sure. But what are some other projects that you like?
I did say Matic. I really like Matic. It's already figured out Ethereum's 2.0 scalability issues, and it's working with so many different other cryptos. And I recently saw that Google uses it, and I mean Google's a huge company, so I think Matic is going to be really big. And I've had a lot of people question like, well, what happens when Ethereum 2.0 comes out? And I think that I mean, Matic is still going to be around because they have already, you know, they already have it running. And by the time 2.0 comes out for Ethereum, like they're going to have it perfected. So I don't think it's going to go anywhere, and they kind of are going to go hand in hand.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things I love the most about Matic is, you know, these projects come out and they're like, we're the Ethereum killer. And it's like, you're not going to kill Ethereum. There's so much built on it. It has such a strong history. It's a, you know, really strong project. But Matic comes in and says, well, we'll help. We'll be a solution to what the high gas fees and things that are going on with Ethereum. So I really like that about it too.
Yeah.
Let's see. So where do you get your crypto news and information?
Oh man, most of it I find through Instagram. All the people that follow on Instagram will throw up news stuff, and I'll just follow the links to wherever it takes me. I'll Google sometimes. I watch your show. I watch Bitcoin Ben's show. So I get a lot of really useful information from just so many different avenues.
Great. Thank you for watching. My goodness. So when you're teaching people through your company, when you're teaching them, is safety a big concern for you? And what are some of the things that you do to help those new people to crypto be safe with their crypto?
Yeah. So my big thing with security is my dad was actually phished in December, and he got quite a bit of his divvy stolen. And it was just like, these people that are trying to scam are so good at what they do. And so it's really, I like to share that story with people just to like really hit home with how they need to be really careful, not to follow links. Don't, you know, make sure you're talking, you know who you're talking to. Make sure it's someone you trust. Keep your keys private. I'm like, most important part. Don't lose your keys.
Yeah.
I know that for some people, like they've lost everybody in the crypto space has lost something at some point in time. But yeah, and then also just making sure that you have it not on an exchange. I know so many people that still have their crypto on exchanges. Even when my brother was showing me that he was invested in what he still had it in his Coinbase.
Oh,
and
wow.
so, yeah. And so I'm like, no, get it off there because, you know, not your keys, not your coins. So
Absolutely.
yeah, I like to hit home. I don't want anybody that invests to lose their money. I mean, nobody does, right? But it's just, it's really important for people to understand how it is very safe as long as you do things correctly.
Absolutely. And that's where businesses like what you're doing and others that are helping people on board are really important. I'm glad that you're focusing on safety like that and talking to people about keeping their keys in their own possession. Because I think there's a lot of opportunities where you might take, you know, part of a bag or some of your investment and put it on something like Celsius or something like that. But definitely want to keep your main asset and your savings in your own possession. So what's one piece of advice? I guess you gave us a bunch of security advice, but what's one of the things that you would tell new people, kind of a general rule of thumb?
Just make sure that you do your due diligence and you're really looking in the projects that you're investing in, because I have known a lot of people who got into Doge just because Elon Musk
said so.
And I'm like, do you even know what it is? And they didn't know what blockchain was. They didn't know what Doge did. They didn't realize that, you know, there's an unlimited supply of coins that will be there, which, you know, so I think too many people got into Doge with the expectation that they were going to be millionaires. And it's really simple math that it's not going to happen for you unless you got in really, really low, you know, below a penny, at a penny, and you got out when it shot up, right? And it's also just like, it's a lottery ticket. It's not something that has like real potential in my eyes. And so just, it's really important to make sure you know what that crypto does, and be behind it in order to make
be part of the community that's building that. Yeah, together. That's great, great advice. So, to wrap up, do you have a crypto dream or goal?
So my goal, just like anybody else in this space, is of course to make money. But what I would like to do in the long run is I want to buy a big piece of land. I want to house homeless vets. I want to make a ton of tiny houses and have it be a self-sustainable working farm. And they can come and work the land and they'll have a place to stay, food to eat, be able to take whatever they're growing to market and then have money in their pockets. That's kind of like my long-term goal.
That's amazing. I really respect that, and I hope I can be a help to you as you get that started. And I hope that comes sooner than later because we sure see a lot of our vets out there that need our help. So that's really wonderful. I'm so proud of you. So glad to hear that.
I've had a lot of veterans in my family, so it's close to my heart. Even my brother, he's an Iraq and Afghanistan war vet, so it's near and dear to my heart.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And thanks to your family. It sounds like you guys are just an amazing family. I'm excited for the show coming up with you and Crypto Homie and that Bitcoin Babe, but I'm also excited to see what you're doing yourself with the shows, and not just that, but on your Patreon. So I will definitely put links in the description so everybody can follow you and learn more. And you'll have a connection or a link for your business as well, where if people are looking for consult for their onboarding of their crypto, you can help them with that too.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, thank you. It was so great to meet you, Jessica. Everybody give us a like, share this video, and let's get some more people onboarded. We need more and more. The more we have in the crypto community, the more the crypto community gains together. So everybody take care and remember to love one another.